Well, I can't remember if I finished the last video smoothly, but I certainly didn't start this one particularly smoothly. Oh, welcome back. I hope you had a good weekend. Got to stop making references to time. I'm well aware of the fact that it's usually shut up. It's usually a matter of days, even weeks, before anyone actually gets around to watching these kind of things. And again, in which case, I've got about a 1 in 7, 1 in 6 chance of it being relevant. One is 6 because I suppose this comment, did you have a good weekend, is relevant up to about Tuesday afternoonish. Or maybe I'm making that up. Um, anyway, uh, if these moves seem somewhat familiar, it's because I forgot to save at the end of the last game, and in a fit of ecstasy, I just closed the program, and I don't know why. So I had to go back to the nearest autosave, which fortunately was the turn that we were on, but it doesn't mean we've got to go through all these moves all over again. Um, Still, I'm sure you can live through that. It's pretty interesting stuff. And what I did notice was, instead of building a network node to deal with unhappy people there, build a colony pod. Right now. Because I found a rather nifty site there. Nothing a couple of boreholes won't be able to fix nutrient-wise, mineral-wise, but with no hope of, no chance of starving because you got a mineral bonus with some kelp on, so I have to grow really quite quickly. I also thought about building a thermal borehole over there. Yeah, I realised I've been far too generous to plan it. I'm going to be far more generous to plan it because of all the trees I'm going to plant. I'm really going for the forest economy because it's the easiest, requires the least effort. Just put a load of forests down, build some tree farms. It even grows itself, you don't even have to plant the forest. Oh, lovely. Yeah, this is an interesting event. Can't talk to anybody. Means they can't declare war on you, you can't declare war on them. I think. Unless you were to actually physically attack them and they'd attack you back. But I think you can get away with probe team attacks. And there's nothing they can do about it.
Production complete.
Hmm. Perhaps it's not as safe there as I thought. Right, now you can go back to building a network node. I also had an interesting bit of advice from the forum to upgrade my defensive units into good PSI units. No, not that. What I mean is, if I went for like just a scout patrol, and then give him special ability for hypnotic trance, he gets 50% plus 100% for its perimeter defense, plus 25% for it being a base. So really do a good job of keeping the mindworms at bay. And once they get neural grafting, I can also add high morale, which makes them even better. So I may do that, and for some of these cities out back, a bit of interesting tactics. This is a kind of no, never mind. This is the kind of customization that makes the game quite unique, pleasant to watch. It's not the units are by no means linear progression. You just wait there for a while. You can do all sorts of odd things, like I'm building a foil probe team there. Although, truth be told, your time would be better spent building a couple more formers. I've just run out of things to say now. I've spent so long sort of. What chances have you got? 2 to 2. think you might be marginally better off waiting inside. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention last video, I had a little look around and I found out where the hive are that have been snitching on everybody else but not knowing themselves. They're there, you can see their border there, so they've got this little bit of a continent over there, that's what's left of them. The Gaians, I have no idea. Although, given that there's only so much land left, potential land, there might be a continent down there perhaps. There's certainly an island. They might be somewhere over there, or down here somewhere. But I don't know, and frankly I don't care. Oh, I found out as well by looking at a fan website that Colonel Santiago is actually from Puerto Rico. Before she disappeared with the siblings in the teens, and the siblings died, and she just reappeared in California in her 30s, I think. Little probe team. It's okay, I'm building new ones.
Production complete. Production complete.
These just appeared out of nowhere. This is madness. You can't plan for mindworms. And it's like they're trying to encourage you at the end of the game to the fungus actually becomes quite productive, becomes more productive than forests, and provides more nutrients. But I just can't see the advantage of planting fungus everywhere where mindworms can just sort of pop out of. Particularly it's hard like that to do anything about it. I realise what I should be doing is building sensor arrays, but I always forget to do that. Usually set one form to do it automatically, but I've forgotten to do even that this time around. So let's do something there, I don't know quite what. That's a good spot, a good spot as any for a settlement. Which I thought last time, evidently. If we build there, a bit of overlap, but it's got plenty of can farm kelp in the mouth of Hercules. Sounds nasty. It's just being a dick. Oh, that mindworm is terrorising me. Oh, the believers are getting on.
Man has killed men from the beginning of time, and each new frontier has brought new ways and new places to die. Why should the future be different? Colonel Corazon Santiago.
Thank you, Colonel Corazon Santiago.
A survivalist guide.
Well, you can tell she's from some part of the Latin America, or the Spanish-speaking world, by her accent, I suppose. Maybe that's a gross stereotype misconception. But she sounds Spanish-esque, and the name gives it away as well. But yeah, it's Puerto Rico. There's I think the website with the that came with the game that the game developed is still up and running. So you can't glean that much information from it, but it's nice to know. Oh yeah, punishment sphere. Limits both drones and talents, so it's just always content and halves labs input. That's quite useful for if you're democratic. You can give it a load of minerals and then support all your units from there, so they can have bombers and move them out wherever, and they never get unhappy because you can't have unhappiness. deep radar that allows you to see 2 spaces in front of you and behind you. AAA tracking, that's just AAA tracking is just AA tracking with an extra A on. And power. If you adopt power, the social engineering thing, you get +2 morale, +2 support, -2 industry, and Spartans love you. Theoretically. Here we go, stuff from bloated defence budgets. That's what I was talking about earlier. Missile infantry. Okay. So let's have a look at it. Yep, there it is. So it's looking quite busy now. You'll acknowledge. The only things missing are green economics and plant economics. I don't know why I haven't got green. Maybe I can't research. I can't. Maybe I'm quite backward and I just don't know it. I've got future society. It's for the future.
Production complete. Production complete.
I forgot what I was building.
Golden age begun.
There we go. Now, need more forms.
Production complete.
Don't want to transport foil. Why would I want to transport foil? Other continents just hold hostile people.
Maximum population reached.
Morgan aerodynamics.
Terraform complete.
It's not going anywhere. It is just terrorizing me. So I wouldn't mind raising some terrain just to show you how cool it is, but that would lead me onto another continent where there's a load of hostile people ready to march in. So I really see absolutely no point in sea bases in this game. I hardly ever build them because they're just so mineral poor. They don't produce anything, and they just I can't see a good place for them. That's too deep. That's too close to the Spartans. That's too close to the Believers. That's too deep. They're like bases in the sea, but you don't get any special advantage for them. Apart from they're immune to global warming. Whew, look at that. I don't know what I've done there, but I'm doing something right. She's up to something. Now you... automatic sensors, because somebody's got to build some.
Production.
Just leave me alone. Interlude from the Book of Planets. Mission year 2285.